Hi, good afternoon. You're with Take 2. I'm Vedika Sood Sachdeva. Our top focus and continuing coverage on our big story continues in what could be the biggest breakthrough in the last 3 weeks. The Indian hostage crisis in Iraq seems to be coming to an end as far as those 46 Indian nurses are concerned. We're now being told that they're being moved to Erbil by ISIS militants who are now escorting them to a hotel there. The hotel is said to be close to the airport. Reports coming in that after arriving at the airport, Indian officials will be meeting them and will be bringing them back to the country today itself. Also, the family members of the nurses are in touch with their families back home in Kerala. This news has now been confirmed by the Kerala Chief Minister's office. We're also being told that 2 aircrafts are on standby to bring the nurses home.
I cannot disclose everything, but I can say very well that they are all safe, and we are trying to get them back at the earliest. For that purpose, I met Sushma Swaraj and MEA is trying for that aim, and the Ministry of External Affairs has formed a crisis management top-level committee under the leadership of the chairmanship of Srimati Sushma Swaraj, and we are also regularly meeting and discussing this aspect.
Meanwhile, the Indian government has been under immense pressure from all quarters to bring Indians back home from war-torn Iraq. Deputy Editor Rohini Swami joins me on the phone line. Also joining me from the newsroom is Editor Strategic Affairs Gaurav Sawant. Gaurav, what's really changed in the last 12 hours? Because yesterday we were reporting how these 46 Indian nurses are really sending out distress calls, after which we heard that their cell phones were switched off and they were moved to Mosul. Now we're getting news that they are being freed hopefully in the next few hours and that they are at a hotel near the Erbil airport. Were there any back-channel talks that we know of?
Well, fingers crossed. Back-channel talks were on throughout. Both the Ministry of External Affairs and the National Security Advisor's Office were in touch with interlocutors and through interlocutors, and all efforts were being made to rescue these nurses. But we still have to wait and watch. It's a very delicate situation that sources are telling us. One of the nurses, what we are told is she called up her parents and she reassured her parents that they are now on their way to the Erbil airport. But just as yet, that transfer hasn't taken place. Reassurances have come in, interlocutors have talked. What we're also being told, one of the interlocutors has confirmed that those who were keeping these nurses hostage had agreed to release them at a certain time, but until this takes place and until the nurses are safely at the Erbil airport and out of harm's way, the government is unwilling to say anything officially.
Also, Gaurav, what are your sources within the government telling you about this entire 12-hour ordeal that they've been through, as well as the nurses, as well as the families?
Well, there were conflicting reports. Initially, yes, these nurses were safe. They were at their location. They were at the hospital. There was an attack close to the hospital. Some of the nurses received minor injuries. They were shifted out. Some of the reports seem to indicate that they were being forcibly made to tend to those fighters of the ISIS who were injured in combating the Iraqi state forces. But then interlocutors succeeded in talking. They succeeded in talking to the interlocutors and to those who were keeping the nurses hostage, and we don't know the background of what deal was struck, but what sources said, nurses are now on their way to the Erbil airport and could be released in the next couple of hours.
Alright, Gaurav, do stay with me. We also have Deputy Editor Rohini Swami joining me on the phone line. Rohini, you have been giving us minute-by-minute updates from the families, from the Kerala government. What's the latest that we know of? The last we've heard of the location and the whereabouts of these 46 Indian nurses is that they are at a hotel near the Erbil airport.
Yes, true, and that's the last thing that even the families know back here, as well as the Kerala government. We have been told as of now that they are heading towards the hotel and they'll be checking in very soon. But they're also, we've been told that while they're traveling by bus with a couple of ISIS people who will be handing them over across the boundaries, they will be allowed to make phone calls only after they reach a safe location in Erbil, that is a hotel they'll be checking in into. Also, the families are now awaiting for the phone calls because as of now, none of the phones that they have been contacting have been accessible, but they're also hoping that the Indian officials will call up the Indian government very soon, saying that they have taken custody of all the 46 nurses and they're taken to a safe place, and immediate treatment of those who have been hurt, especially after they have received injuries because of the blast that took place back at Tikrit Teaching Hospital, also have been treated.
All right, Gaurav, I'm going to come to you now. We believe that 2 aircrafts are also on standby at the Erbil airport. Gaurav, can you hear me?
By the way, we've operated through the Turks.
All right, let's go back to Rohini. We seem to have lost the line there with Gaurav Sawant. Rohini, what are the families now telling you about the health condition of these 46 Indian nurses?
If you can repeat your question.
Rohini, my question is about the health condition of these nurses, the last that the families heard from them.
Well, the condition as of now, what they have been said is that they were provided some food and water while they were en route from Tikrit to Mosul. But last night, in the brief conversation and this morning that they have had, they could not convey whether they've eaten. But yes, see, in terms of the physical state, they must be absolutely tired. And they have also mentally, they're also very tired. But they're only hoping that they go to a safe place, and after which they will be provided basic food and water. But where they were staying in Mosul, they were all put together in a dark room. Thankfully for them, there was air conditioning, there was some water that was available, but the other facilities were not there. They were being guarded by armed men outside their door. But after, like Gaurav was saying, that the interlocutors did have a conversation and did have a talk, did hold talks, after which they are now being transported. It's just a matter of a couple of hours before they will be they will arrive at the borders, where they'll be handed over in safe custody of the Indian officials.
Well, no wonder the Indian government as well as the Kerala government was so tight-lipped over the last few hours over the developments that were taking place in Iraq. We believe that Rohini, who is still on the phone line with us, has spoken with Marina's father. Marina is one of those stranded Indian nurses in Iraq who hopefully will be coming back very soon. Let's listen in.
एक तरफ जहां पे ये सूचना बोले एक तरफ जहां पे ये एरबिल लेके जा रहे हैं आईएसआईएस, दूसरी तरफ हम यहाँ पे कोटेम उनके परिवार वालों के साथ हैं, हम मरीना के पिताजी के साथ हैं। खुशी की बात है कि वो ये आपको इन्फॉर्मेशन आ रही है कि उनको मोसूल से लेके एरबिल एयरपोर्ट लेके जा रहा है। व्हाट इज द इन्फॉर्मेशन दैट यू गॉट फ्रॉम द केरला चीफ मिनिस्टर्स ऑफिस अबाउट देयर मूवमेंट फ्रॉम मोसूल टू एरबिल?
We got information from CM's office. They informed that they are traveling to airport from Mosul.
But also, is it that the ISIS is taking them in a bus?
Yes, no, they are traveling in one bus to the border. Indian officers maybe received them from there.
Also, what was the situation? उनकी स्थिति क्या थी वहाँ पे जहाँ पे मोसूल में रह रहे थे उस रात में? What is the kind of room facilities that were given? Were they all put in one room?
Room facilities were wrong. They got bed. The toilet facilities were very bad. They had no light. AC also were there.
But it is obvious. ये बात है कि वो डर रहे थे कि everybody was in fear because 3 weeks they have been there and they have been as captives of the ISIS, be it in Tikrit or in Mosul. The fact also remains, what I'm asking you is that they were with the ISIS militants in Tikrit. Later they were shifted to Mosul. There is fear. There is a fear amongst you. There was fear amongst them.
Yes, we are also feared. The nurses was all in their condition. This condition.
Also, my last question to you is, what in terms of from Erbil airport, they will be brought back to India. Did the Chief Minister say anything about how they will be brought back? Do you have any information from the Chief Minister's office?
We hope that he will receive them in the airport and carry them to Kerala.
करीब बहुत हफ्ते हो गए कि यहाँ पे बैठ के मरीना के पिताजी हों या सारे 46 नर्सेस के जो परिवार वाले हैं, यही उनकी याद में वो यही तरसते हुए कि वो कब उनकी बेटियां वापस आएंगी। ये जो सूचना उनको मिली है कि वो वापस आएंगे, तब से वो खुशी से यहाँ पे बैठे हुए हैं। पर अहम सवाल ये है कि जब वो यहाँ पे दरवाजे से अंदर आएंगी, उस वक्त इनकी जो उनकी स्थिति होगी वो अलग होगी, क्योंकि वो खुशी से इतना नाच उठेंगे कि वो 4 जो हफ्ते थे वो सब भूल सकते हैं। पर एक और बात है कि जो फैमिली मेंबर्स, उनका ये कहना है कि भारत सरकार कुछ ज्यादा कर सकते थे, पर अब जब उनकी बेटियां वापस आ रही हैं, वो एक ही बात कह रहे हैं कि वो सुरक्षित वापस आ जाएं। कैमरामैन अभिलाष के साथ रोहिणी स्वामी, कोटम आज तक।